who was anxiously waiting outside the room. Elated Haji rewarded the midwife with 2 share of wheat, good, new clothes, and few sikkas. The child was named Muhammad Rafi, literally the exalted one. For the midwife, it was just another successful. Take you through a discussion with Shahid Bhai because I'm sure you would like to know from Shahid Bhai what it has been like being the father, being the son of a legendary father. To start with, Shahid Bhai, when we first met, you told me you had a dream of having a official.
As this book has been launched today and the day of my father's birthday, I am really very pleased, I'm very excited and overwhelmed about the whole issue. And I am really excited that this book has been launched during this time, during my father's birth anniversary. And we have, obviously, it was a dream, I wanted to write a book about my father. And in this sense, I wanted people to know what Rafi Saab was. Obviously they know about Rafi Saab, but the inner part of my father, like with the people around him, what they felt, the journey with my father and with the people who have taken their time off and given us this interview. And obviously, Sujata ji has taken her time, her precious time, to author this book on my father. I'm really grateful to her, and I thank her very much for the time she's given to this book. And she has traveled quite a lot as well. In fact, we have also traveled together to Amritsar and all, and to know what exactly Dad was. Like in his childhood, we met his friends down in Amritsar, and we visited his school, and we spoke to so many people around who are associated with my father. And I'm happy the book is out. Thank you so much. As a father, he was a great father. There's no two ways about it. Rafi Saab was a very family person. He never used to socialize, his socializing was very, very less. I would say about 1%, that's it. He used to go for recordings, and after he finishes, he comes back home and he's with the family. So he was basically a family man. He was totally a family man. He was nothing he used to socialize ke dosto mein ja rahe hain and either udhar baithe. No, he was totally a family man, and he used to come home, and during his free time he used to take us out. Out means, we had a bungalow down in Lonavala. We used to travel to, during weekends we used to go there, and if he was busy, he would join us later on. We would be there, and he was, I would say, I really am proud, and I really thank God that he made, I was born in this family, I'm really proud. Believe me, I was born in this family. I'm grateful to God, honestly. Thank you so much.
Let me read out one of the paragraphs where this is like Shahid Bhai's chapter, where Shahid Bhai talks about his father. He would go out of his way to make us happy. There is, however, one instance when he was discouraging. I was in the 7th standard in St. Andrews, and there was a singing competition in school. My class teacher told me, Shahid, your Appa is a great singer. Make sure you learn a song of his for the competition. You need to win. I approached Abba and asked him to teach
any of us in the family to come into this industry. What his aim was that, I mean, it should be, my son should be as good as me or much better and much above me, which is, I feel it was difficult. And at the same time, I mean, he wanted us to become good businessmen. So that's the reason why whenever he thought and whenever he saw his son or anybody in the family trying to come into this industry, he used to say, send him to London. So we have we have studied in London, we've stayed there. In fact, half my family is in London right now. They've been staying there for the past 40, 45 years now. And I'm here, I'm in Mumbai. I mean, I came here before Dad expired. But I keep on going up and down, yeah. But this is what it is. I mean, he kept us away from this industry. And that's it.
Another question, like as I came here, some of them before you just walked in, I was waiting and there was a question put forward to me that there has been a lot of talks in the industry about Rafi Saab and Kishore Kumar both being great legends and their relationship. So I think I will just read out, I just decided on the spur of the moment that I should read out a passage from the interview of Amit Kumar, the son of Kishore Kumar, so that in his own words, let me not say it, but let his son say what the relationship was between the two great legends. So Amit Kumar, he calls his father Baba, that is Kishore Kumar. Baba and Rafi uncle would often talk on the phone. I recall how Rafi uncle refused to accept anything more than a token of 1 rupee for singing 2 songs in Baba's film Chalti Ka Naam Zindagi. In 1972, the media started talking of my father and Rafi Saab's so-called rivalry. Baba and I were then in London for a show, and we were invited by Rafi Saab for a dinner at his home. I'm witness to the good laugh over a sumptuous dinner the two had on the media gossip, and I remember Baba singing a few lines of Rafi's song in which he had sung as part of a chorus at the beginning of his career. When Mukeshji passed away in 1976 and his body arrived from Detroit, Rafi Saab and Baba were both there in his funeral. Rafi Saab told my father, "We have lost a great singer today." Baba stood in silence, tears rolling down his cheeks. Rafi Saab hugged him and said, "Yehi hai zindagi." And I think, Shahid Bhai, you can say, when Rafi Saab passed away soon after, 4 years later in 1980, 31st July, I think Kishore Kumar was there sitting beside Rafi Saab right at his feet and crying like a child. So if you could just say a few words on that.
Yeah, when Mukesh ji expired, I mean, it was such that my father was also admitted to the hospital. He was in Jaslo. And when he heard that Mukesh ji expired and his body is being taken down from Detroit to Bombay, that time it was Bombay. So my dad said that, I mean, I must go in. I must go for the funeral. As I said, I mean, he was also hospitalized at Jaslo. I think he was discharged, yes. My father was discharged. And then from there he went straight for the funeral. And he also not being well, but he attended the funeral, and destiny knows, I mean, after 4 years, I mean, Dad also expired. Sudden shock, I mean, nobody could believe it in the family. Okay, this could also happen to my father. It was a great, I mean, shock to us. And, well, but this is destiny. I mean, that has to come to everybody. So we have to wait as well. good deeds, all the good deeds, I mean, go together, like, you know, with the person. So I've never heard, or in fact, I mean, seen to, I mean, obviously, I mean, I've been with my father since childhood, except for a few years where I was in London. Otherwise, I've never seen my father, like, you know, shouting at anybody. I mean, he was a very humble, very down to earth, very polite, God-fearing, and very modest. And always given. Nothing like, I mean, he never had this attitude of putting his hand like this. He was always like this, like, you know, I mean, no. He has to give to somebody. Like, I would say charity, a very charitable person, like, you know. And when I say modest, I remember an incident. I think, I mean, I have mentioned it over here. When Dad was recording for a film, for a song for Naseeb, Chal Mere Bhai Tere Haath Jodta Hoon. And he was singing with Amitabh Bachchan ji. That time, obviously, my father also, I mean, being a very great person, great singer, and that time his name was also at the peak. So after this recording, when he came home, so he called us. He called us, I mean, in excitement, like, I mean, इधर आओ, इधर आओ, इधर आओ. आज तुमको पता है, आज मैंने अमिताभ बच्चन के साथ गाना गाया. I mean, he was so excited. In fact, I mean, that's the reason why I said modest. Because he being such a great person, great singer, still, I mean, he was Amitabh Ji's fan. कि मतलब नहीं, मेरे से भी बड़ा कोई है. He didn't know, I mean, he himself, how big he was. You know, so this was my father. I mean, the modesty, that was in him. That was Rafi Saab.
Since we are talking about the philanthropic side of Rafi Saab, and the whole industry vouches for him. As I said, he was a Farishta, some call him a Sufi. I mean, tales and stories and facts go around about how much he has given to this industry, and quite selflessly. Let me read out one very touching incident which had left me in tears, and it took me some time to get out of that story. A musician who had played the tabla during the recordings with Rafi on many occasions now stays in a slum, lying on his bed, the only furniture in his one-room tenement. The fragile 80-year-old who had agreed to meet after a long cajoling looks at the black and white faded photograph of Rafi on the wall. The inexplicable minutes of silence finally broke as he murmured, "Those were the tablas I played for Mohammed Rafi, Manna De, Kishore Kumar, and Lata Mangeshkar." He pointed to the corner of the small room where a pair of tablas lay. On condition of anonymity, he said, "It was on July 5th, 1978, that I received rupees 200 by money order. I received the same sum of money again in August. I did not know who the mysterious benefactor was. This became a regular routine. In the first week of every month, I received the money. We musicians were not paid well in those days. Rupees 200 was a significant amount, and I could buy medicines for my mother, who was suffering from tuberculosis. I became very dependent on that money. In the month of August 1980, I did not receive the money order, which left me in total dismay. I did not know what to do. My income was hardly enough for my mother and me to have 2 square meals in this expensive city. I had no money to buy her medicines, and her condition deteriorated. And Zahir Bhai overheard and said that the Farishta who was helping me had left the world. I was stunned. It struck me then that Rafi Saab had passed away on July 31st. I went home and told first family, like the sons and daughters. I think the rest of the family, like his younger brother and everyone, parents and everyone were in Pakistan, but he still decided to stay back in India. So what would you say about that?
Actually, my whole family, they were in Amritsar. I mean, my father was born in Amritsar, but it's written in the book. A village by the name of Kotla Sultan Singh. Now, this was much before the partition, in fact. I mean, they shifted to Lahore. But this was not in 47. This was way back in about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 39. 38, 39, or maximum 40. When, or maybe before that, if I'm not mistaken. But much before the partition, the whole family had shifted to Lahore. And in Lahore, I mean, Dad had this passion of singing, in fact. And he was inspired by a fakir, which is written in the book. And the only thing is that they never came back to India. They were in Lahore. They settled down in Lahore since then. So there was no partition as such that time. Okay, I mean, after 47 or before 47, no. They were there since before the partition. So they didn't come back. But I mean, my father came to India now. Before that time, it was no India, no Pakistan. It was just one India. So he came down in 39, 40, 41, or probably 40, 42 or something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that was Undivided India, and then
Subdivided,
he
that's right, yes.
just launched. He got a chance to sing, and then he shifted to
Yeah,
Bombay,
that's
and
right,
ever
yes.
since he has lived in Bombay.
That's right. I mean, then he never went back to Lahore. So since that time, I mean, he's here. Since 43, 44, he was here.
Hello everyone. So yes, it's a great honor to be born in this family. It's a great honor to be born in this family. It's really nice to see the love that my dada gets from everyone, and the love they show to us is really humongous. So yeah, it's a great honor again to be born in this family. It's a great privilege.
And you have a great responsibility to live up to the Rafi that the country has known and the world has known. Shahid bhai, this book on Rafi Saab's life has come after 35 years of his demise. What do you think would be his reaction to this book had he been here today?
If Dad was here, I don't think, I mean, this book would have been out. No, but yeah, I would have been pleased. He would have been again excited, definitely. कि यार मेरी किताब निकली है. You know, that way he was like a child. My father was like a child. I mean, what I could imagine, I mean, if this book was out during his time, he would have said, "Arey yaar, meri kitab nikli." Like, yeah, I mean, he would have been, that type of excitement would have been in him. कि मेरी किताब निकली है, लोग तुम पढ़ना, ज़रूर पढ़ना, और बताना मेरे को क्या हुआ. Like, I mean, obviously my father, he was not well educated, but still, I mean, he would have been excited, yes.
I think the magnificent Rafi Saab with his melodious voice continues to hold us enthralled day in, day out. Today also, you know, in the age of iPhones and iTunes and all the downloads, Rafi Saab gets the highest number of downloads even today. And if someone asks me a question that which is your favorite song, it leaves me in dismay. I think that's the most difficult question of my life, because he was such a versatile singer. He sung in so many genres and in so many languages, for so many actors, for so many, you know, like if I tell you, like, which is the actor for whom Rafi Saab has sung the maximum number of songs? Yes, the answer is Shami Kapoor. But then if I ask you, who would be the second? Well, keep guessing, it is Johnny Walker. So, you know, so that's what is Rafi Saab, you know. If I tell you, like, you know, what a versatile singer he was, I think he cannot be compared with anyone. And, you know, he had the ranges of the mountain, the vastness of the oceans. He had it all in him. So, Shahid Bhai, I think there couldn't be a better person to unravel this book, but Shahid Bhai, to unwrap this book and launch the book formally. Though I'm very grateful to media for all the good reviews we have got through media, but let's do the honor of unwrapping. Thank you very much, I think, for this wonderful moment.
Thank you so much. I'm really grateful to you all, giving your precious time, and thank you so much for everything. I apologize for being late, but as everybody knows, today is my father's birth anniversary. So there were quite a lot of people down at my place. So it was really difficult for me to, rush down here. But still I tried, but then again there was too much of traffic down this side. So I was, I think, about 15-20 minutes late. I'm really sorry about this.
I think Shahid Bhai, today is obviously a very, significant day for you, and I.
मैं आपको एक बात बता देता हूँ। अभी हाल में हमारे अपने अच्छे दोस्त, फैमिली फ्रेंड हैं ऋषि चूड़ी, जो यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं। उन्होंने इनिशिएटिव लिया हुआ है अपना इस चीज़ का। पॉलिटिकली भी अपना हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं, एंड हमारा पूरा सपोर्ट है उनको, हमारी फैमिली का पूरा सपोर्ट है। और इंशाल्लाह अगर इफ़ एवरीथिंग वाज राइट, दैट शुड गेट इट, एंड आई थिंक ही डिजर्व्स इट।
आपको क्या वजह लगती है कि इतना लंबा अरसा हो गया है फिर भी अभी तक नहीं, आपको क्या वजहें लगती हैं उसकी?
सर, ये वजह तो भी मैं कुछ नहीं बता सकता हूँ, ये तो पॉलिटिकली चीज़ें होती हैं, एंड इट इज़, आई थिंक इट्स बीन डिसाइडेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट, तो आई जस्ट लीव इट टू डेस्टिनी, व्हेनेवर इट कम्स वील टेक इट।
हेलो हेलो। हाँ, रवि साहब ने कुछ अरसे के लिए हिंदी सिनेमा के लिए गाना प्लेबैक सिंगिंग छोड़ दिया था, और आप भी शायद सिंगर बनना चाहते थे और उन्होंने आपको गाने नहीं दिया, तो आपने कुछ कोशिश की उसके लिए, या जो पापा ने कहा वो आपने मान लिया?
नहीं, ऐसा था, मैं आपको सही बता रहा हूँ कि मैं सिंगर नहीं बनना चाह रहा था। वो हादसा मैं अपने मुँह से सुनाता हूँ, किताब में तो लिखा हुआ है। ऐसा हुआ था कि मैं करीब सिक्स स्टैंडर्ड में था, 6th या 7th स्टैंडर्ड में था मैं, no 6th। तो कंपटीशन होने वाला था, अपना स्कूल कंपटीशन, इंटर स्कूल्स होते हैं, तो उसमें कंपटीशन, सिंगिंग कंपटीशन होने वाला था। तो मेरी टीचर ने कहा कि शायद योर फादर इज़ अ ग्रेट सिंगर, व्हाई डोंट यू सिंग वन ऑफ हिज सॉन्ग्स एंड रिप्रेजेंट आवर स्कूल। तो आई सेड ऑफ कोर्स, व्हाई नॉट। और मेरे को शौक तो था उस वक्त, अपने गाता था मैं। आई वाज अ बाथरूम सिंगर, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट दैट। एनीवे, लेकिन फिर भी मैंने फिर अपना, एक हमारे दोस्त हुआ करते थे, दत्ताराम जी का लड़का, सुधीर नाम था उनका, दत्ताराम जी जो शंकर जयकिशन जी के साथ रहते थे, उनके साथ वो भी मेरी क्लास में था, मेरे स्कूल में था। तो मैंने कहा, यार सुधीर, अपने काम कर, तू बोंगो अच्छा बजाता है, मैं गाता हूँ और तू अपने बजा। बोले ठीक है। तो ही यूज्ड टू कम टू माई हाउस एंड वी यूज्ड टू प्रैक्टिस, लाइक गाना गा। मैं बोला कि यार वही डैडी का वो गाना गाता हूँ, मेरे मितवा मेरे मित्र हैं। तो मैं गा रहा था, प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे हम लोग दोनों साथ में मिलके। माई मदर हर्ट मी, बोले ये क्या चल रहा है, तुम लोग गाना वाना गा रहे हो? बोले मम्मी, अपने कंपटीशन है तो अपना ज़रा प्रैक्टिस करना है कि वो भी 1-1.5 हफ्ते के बाद है। तो मम्मी ने कहा तो ऐसी बात तो तुम डैडी को बोलो। बोले हिम्मत नहीं होती, यू नो दैट वे लाइक आई मीन ऑब्वियसली इट वाज नॉट दैट डैड यूज्ड टू शाउट एट अस, बट वो रिस्पेक्ट जो एक फादरली रिस्पेक्ट होता है ना, उस हिसाब से ज़रा घबराहट होती थी। हालांकि अपने डैड नेवर यूज्ड टू शाउट एट अस, कभी वो अपने चिल्ला दे, अगर अपने कभी भी चिल्लाते तो कैसे चिल्लाते कि अपने देखते थे कि कोई बच्चा मस्ती कर रहा है तो वो खुद नहीं कर देते, बोलते मम्मी से बोलते तो वो मस्ती करे पकड़ो उसको। तो माई मदर यूज टू बी इन द बैड बुक्स, डैड यूज टू बी लाइक मैंने कुछ नहीं किया बेटा, मम्मी ने किया, यू नो दैट वे। सो दिस वॉज वॉट इट वॉज। सो मैंने बोला कि मामा आप बात किया, बोले ठीक है मैं बात करता हूँ। तो मॉम स्पोक टू माई फादर, बोले कि अपना इसका अपने इंटर स्कूल अपना कॉम्पिटिशन है, इसको सिखाइए। अच्छा उसको अपने गाना गाना है? बोले हाँ। अच्छा बुला बुला। तो आई वेंट टू डैड, बोले शायद इधर आओ। क्या गाना? डैडी आप वो जो गाना है मेरे मितवा मेरे मित्र गीत का गाना, वो गाना है मुझे। अच्छा गा के सुना। जस्ट टोल्ड मी गा के सुनाओ, विदाउट म्यूजिक नथिंग। मैंने एक ही लाइन शुरू किया, बोले बस 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 बेटा और कोई दूसरा गाना आता है? तो ऐसे डैड वो आता है, वो मेरी भीगी भीगी, बेटा तू वही गा। So this was my father's reaction. So that's the reason why I mean like you know I was not like मतलब मुझे फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में आना है, वो नहीं, उस वक्त नहीं था मुझे, क्योंकि उस वक्त तो पढ़ाई करते थे हम लोग। तो बट जब अपना ऐसा महसूस होता था तो डैड यूज्ड टू सेंड अस टू लंदन, बोले उधर ही पढ़ाई करो उधर ही बिजनेस करो। सो दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई वी नेवर केम इनटू दिस इंडस्ट्री।
शायद ही वैसे तो कोई कंट्रोवर्सी उनके लाइफ में रही नहीं कभी इधर, लेकिन एक लता जी के साथ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हुआ था रॉयल्टी को लेकर, तो उसको क्या कहना चाहेंगे? क्या कभी घर में कुछ ऐसा डिस्कस हुआ उनके साथ?
वो किताब में शायद लिखा हुआ है।
हाँ, तो हम चाहेंगे कि आप बता दें कुछ उस कंट्रोवर्सी के बारे में।
कंट्रोवर्सी कुछ नहीं थी, बस ये था कि मतलब वो रॉयल्टी अपना डैडी नहीं लेना चाहते थे सबके साथ, और अपना लता जी चाहती थी कि सबके साथ ले, तो वही कंट्रोवर्सी थी बस। और वही रॉयल्टी के ऊपर था, वही जब पैसा लेना और नहीं लेना, बाकी सब तो लिखा हुआ है।
Congratulations on the book.
Thank you so
to begin
much.
with.
Thank you.
We've heard a lot of people trying to make biopics on singers, and that there was a Kishore Kumar biopic in the offing. Would you ever like to see a film made on the life of your father?
Definitely, why not? In fact, I mean, let me share something with you. In fact, I mean, there's a person come down from Kerala, and he is making a film, maybe in Malayali, I'm not sure, on my father. In this sense, there is a very big fan in Kerala, he still stays there, very old person. He's making a film on him, and how he was attached to my father. He's making a film on Rafi Saab with this person, and surprisingly, they came and approached me, not, I mean, for me to act in that film. And I said, I mean, look, I mean, I never acted. Well, no problem, but you look like your father, so we want him. We are going to make you like Rafi Saab. So I am going to act. I mean, maybe next month is my day to go to Kerala and just shoot for a day. So that's it.
But if there was a mainstream Bollywood film that was to be made, who do you see playing your father? Which actor best fits the role?
Myself. Because obviously I look like him. So no, but I really won't know. Believe me, I mean, it's a very difficult question, and I really wouldn't know. I mean, this I'll have to think. Like, you know, I mean, sit down, chalk it out. Like, I mean, who are the actors, and then I mean, sit down and then chalk it out. Okay, this guy really fits it. You know.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
I think you spoke about the Bharat Ratna part of it. Let me address that. I think no one can deny that Rafi Saab is a Bharat Ratna if you take it in those literary word meanings, with an award or without an award. And I think it is only a matter of time, or it's a matter of recognition which can come in different forms, but he is a Bharat Ratna. I think India is proud of him. He has got all the recognition within India and abroad. And I think Shahid Bhai, of course, he is also a very subtle person, not someone who will, go out of his way to do that, but I think the fans have taken that up. and a lot of fans are working towards it, and they have sent petition to the government of India so that that Bharat Ratna should come his way, and inshallah I think in time to come we will soon get to hear that the Bharat Ratna gets an award called Bharat Ratna.
सर जानना चाहेंगे आपसे कि रफ़ी साहब की गाने के अलावा और किस किस चीज़ों में उनका ज़्यादा रुझान था, कि गायकी को टाइम देने के बाद किन किन चीज़ों में वो इन्वॉल्व रहते थे और क्या दिनचर्या थी उनकी, कैसे कैसे वो
अच्छा आपका कहना ये है कि मतलब उनको और क्या शौक़ था? उनका शौक़ ये था कि वो कैरम अच्छा खेलते थे, कैरम खेलते थे बच्चों के साथ, पतंग उड़ाने का बहुत शौक़ था, एंड बैडमिंटन. In fact, before he was diagnosed by diabetes, so he used to play badminton Bandra Gymkhana mein. My father, Naushad Saab, Shakil Saab, Shakil Patayuni, Anand ji, I'm talking about Anand Bakshi, and Yusuf Saab. These were the 5 people, परमानेंट कि मतलब बैंड्रा जिम में सुबह सुबह 5 बजे उन लोग जाते थे. उन लोग का अपना ये था कि अपना बैडमिंटन खेलना 1-1.5 घंटा खेल के देन दे यूज्ड टू कम होम. तो ऐसा था उनका, अपना बैडमिंटन का शौक़ था, उनको पतंग उड़ाने का बहुत शौक़ था. आई मीन ही वाज क्रेजी अबाउट फ्लाइंग काइट्स एंड कैरम खेलने का.
सर जैसा कि आपने बताया कि आप सिंगिंग में नहीं आना चाहते थे, आपकी जनरेशन से कोई जो इस बॉलीवुड में आना चाहे सिंगिंग और वेदर इट इज़ एक्टिंग?
मैं बहुत कोशिश करता हूँ लेकिन लड़का मानता ही नहीं है. बहुत कोशिश करता हूँ कि आ जाए अपना सिंगिंग में, लेकिन देखिए अभी कोशिश में लगे हुए हैं. नहीं आई एम नॉट अ सिंगर, आई एम नॉट अ सिंगर बट
शायद सर मेरा लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर ने इतना अचीव किया, रफ़ी साहब ने इतना अचीव किया, कोई इनकी लास्ट विश जो अभी वो चाहते थे कि ऐसा भी होता, काश कुछ ऐसा रहा उनके जीवन में, आप बताना चाहेंगे इस बारे में?
नहीं, अपना अब्बा का तो ऐसा था कि मतलब कभी उन्होंने ख्वाहिश अपनी पूरी, मतलब उनकी हर ख्वाहिश पूरी हुई है. उनका ये ऐसा नहीं कि ये मेरी मतलब दिस ड्रीम मेरा अधूरा रह गया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. जो भी था वो अपने ऊपर वाले को मतलब शुक्र अदा कर देते थे. एंड जब भी अपना रफ़ी साहब का ऐसा था कि मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग में, एज आई टोल्ड यू बिफोर कि मतलब ही वॉज अ वेरी गॉड फियरिंग पर्सन. तो जब भी रिकॉर्डिंग होती थी, रिकॉर्डिंग होने के बाद अपना लोग बोलते थे वाह रफ़ी साहब आपने बहुत अच्छा गाना, तो इशारे से बोलते थे, ज़्यादा बोलते भी बहुत कम थे, तो इशारे से बोलते मैं नहीं, ये सब ऊपर वाले ने दिया. तो ही वॉज दैट टाइप, आई मीन ही वॉज लाइक, आई मीन उनकी ख्वाहिश तो पूरी सब हमेशा पूरी होती थी. ऐसा कुछ नहीं था कि उनकी अधूरी रहेगी कोई की ख्वाहिश.
आपकी ख्वाहिश उनके लिए कि आप कुछ और भी करना चाहें उनके लिए?
मेरी तो ख्वाहिश है, अभी मैंने एक एकेडमी खोला हूँ अभी हाल, मतलब अभी काफ़ी टाइम हो गया, लेकिन उसको ज़रा थोड़ा सा शेप देने की कोशिश में लगा हुआ हूँ मैं. इंशाल्लाह अगर वो अपना अगर हो गया तो मेरी ख्वाहिश है कि मतलब अब्बा के नाम पे अपना अच्छी और मशहूर और ईमानदारी की अपना एकेडमी खोले. बस ये मेरी ख्वाहिश है जी. थैंक यू सो मच.
My voice is quite actual. In 74, 75 and 76, every year Rafi Sahib used to come to Calcutta for a musical gathering in the Netaji Indoor Stadium. I had seen him from very close because I was part of that organizer. And I also remember a story of the Panwala who gave Rafi Sahib the pan so that he could sing very well. And Rafi Sahib gifted him the kurta which we bought in 74 at 10,000 rupees, the costliest in Calcutta, to the Panwala. बोला ये अगर नहीं करते तो हम शो कर ही नहीं सकते. You have that Panwala?
Yeah, I think we have covered. Actually, I went all the way to Calcutta into those lanes and found Munify and took his interview.
This book has covered all of them. The book, I really took those little things. It's not only about the known and the famous. I think we tried to get there among the masses and the people also to know Rafi Saab from their point of view. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for this wonderful evening, and I thank Shahid Bhai, and the family. I think Cherian Khan is also here, and along with the family, he's a part of the family, and then every eminent person here, the Rafi fans, friends, and media, of course. As I said, we have been very lucky with the media. Media has given wonderful reviews of the book. From Times of India, HT, and Box Office, and I think DNA, all of them have given some reviews on the book. I'm really thankful for the great response. If anyone would like to take the books, you're most welcome, and Shahid Bhai is here, and I'm here. We could sign the books for you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
जी शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत।
पूरे देश में ये बहुत बड़ी बात है, बहुत अच्छी बात है। किस तरह से मनाया जा रहा है?
अब भाई बर्थ एनिवर्सरी तो हर साल बनता है अपने अब्बा का, जहाँ पे देखा हूँ मैंने काफ़ी फैंस जो होते हैं उन लोग शोज़ रखते हैं। अभी सिर्फ बम्बई के अंदर मेरे हिसाब से 6 या 7 शोज़ हो रहे हैं, और हिंदुस्तान में भी काफ़ी हो रहे हैं। जैसे मुझे अपना जलंधर से फ़ोन आया, अमृतसर से फ़ोन आया, दिल्ली से फ़ोन आया, मुझे कलकत्ता से फ़ोन आया, और ये सब जगह अपने शोज़ हो रहे हैं, और वो भी अपना शहरों में, बड़े बड़े शहरों में हो रहे, तो 2-2, 3-3 हो रहे हैं। तो उस हिसाब से मुझे अपना 35.5 साल हो गए अब्बा को गुजर के, लेकिन इतना मतलब हालांकि अपना अफसोस भी है, लेकिन साथ साथ में ये भी खुशी है कि मतलब लोगों ने इतना उनको अपना ऊपर वाले ने इतना नवाजा था अब्बा को हमारे, कि मतलब उनकी इतनी फैंस की तादाद जो है लाखों ने करोड़ों में बढ़ रही है। ये मुझे फ़ख्र है कि मतलब अपने ऊपर वाले ने मुझे इस खानदान में पैदा किया। आई एम रियली प्राउड ऑफ इट।
कौन सा गाना था जो आपके जहन में हमेशा ही थी, जो हमेशा मतलब पहले चले गए लेकिन आपके जहन में हमेशा?
एक गाने तो
डिफिकल्ट है, बट कोई गाना होगा जो हमेशा?
गाने तो बहुत हैं उनके, इतना मैं अगर उनको चुनने भी जाऊँ तो बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाता है, लेकिन हाँ कुछ गाने ऐसे हैं जो कि मैं समझता हूँ कि हमारे अब्बा के ऊपर लिखा गया है। जैसे वो गाना है कि तुम मुझे यूँ भुला ना पाओगे, जब कभी भी सुनोगे गीत मेरे संग संग गुनगुनाओगे। एक वो है, और एक वो भी है कि मुझको मेरे बाद ज़माना ढूंढेगा, दिल का सोना साज तराना ढूंढेगा, तीर निगाहें नाज निशाना ढूंढेगा, मुझको मेरे बाद ज़माना ढूंढेगा। ये भी एक गाना है क्योंकि वाकई में लगता है, कभी ये बजता है तो वाकई में लगता है कि हाँ रफ़ी साहब की बात।
सर इतने सारे इंसिडेंट हैं इस किताब में, इस बुक में। सर कुछ ऐसी भी बातें हैं जो आपने बतानी नहीं चाहिए सर बुक कि ऐसा भी कुछ इंसिडेंट हुए या फिर कुछ ऐसी घटनाएं भी हुई जो, क्योंकि एक बुक में ब्राइटेस्ट साइड ही दिखाई जाती है या फिर स्ट्रगल दिखाया जाता है। कुछ ऐसी बातें जो आप
नहीं है इसमें, अपने कुछ अपने चीज़ें हैं, लेकिन कोशिश करी हमने कि उसको अच्छे ढंग से अपना पेश किया जाए, तो वैसी भी चीज़ें हैं उसमें। जी
सर हर इंसान के लाइफ में अच्छाइयाँ नहीं होती हैं या कुछ बुराइयाँ भी होती हैं। सर कुछ अब्बा के बारे में आप बताएं कि वो वहाँ स्ट्रिक्ट थे या वहाँ डांटते थे या कुछ कोई आपको वाक़या याद है?
मैंने पहले भी कहा था आपसे कि मतलब अपना ऐसा है कि अब्बा अगर अपना नाराज़ होते थे ना, तो वैसी भी चीज़ें हैं
नहीं होती हैं या कुछ बुराइयाँ भी होती हैं। सर कुछ वहाँ स्ट्रिक्ट थे या वहाँ डांटते थे या कुछ कोई आपको वाक़या याद है?
मैंने पहले भी कहा था आपसे कि
अब्बा के बारे में आप बताएं कि वो
मतलब अपना ऐसा है कि अगर अपना नाराज़ होते थे ना, मतलब अपना ऐसा है कि
अब्बा के बारे में आप बताएं कि वो
पहले भी कहा था आपसे कि
कोई आपको वाक़या याद है? मैंने थे या कुछ वहाँ स्ट्रिक्ट थे या वहाँ डांट के बारे में आप बताएं कि कुछ
पहले भी कहा था आपसे कि मतलब अपना ऐसा है कि
करते थे या कुछ वहाँ स्ट्रिक्ट थे या वहाँ डांट कोई आपको वाकया याद है?
मैंने अगर अपना नाराज होते थे ना, अगर अपना नाराज होते थे ना,
कोई आपको वाकया याद है?
मैंने
वहाँ स्ट्रिक्ट थे या वहाँ डांट?
मैं कंपेयर नहीं करता, मैं सच बात बताऊँ। मतलब इट इज़ बेटर नॉट टू कंपेयर, बिकॉज सब अपने अपने हिसाब से गाते हैं, सब अपने अपने अंदाज से गाते हैं, सब अच्छे हैं।
से इंडस्ट्री से किसी का फोन आया सुबह बात हुई के बारे में कि जब तक वो सारे जितने बड़े सिंगर एक्टर थे गाने करीब रहे, उसके बाद से जब वो चले गए उसके बाद से कौन बड़ा एक्टर था वो आपसे जुड़ा हुआ था?
ऐसा नहीं, शमी अंकुल तो अपना हमारे साथ थे हमेशा, अपना वो तो खैर वो भी चले गए हैं, लेकिन हाँ उनसे मेरी बातचीत होती थी। और सोनू जी का फ़ोन आते रहता है मेरे पास, सोनू निगम वो करते हैं, राजू नौशाद साहब के बेटे, उनका भी फ़ोन आते रहता है। मतलब ऐसे मतलब लोगों का आते रहता है।
किसी एक एक्टर को आवाज़ देना उनको बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद था, आपको तो पता ही होगा।
ऐसा कुछ नहीं था अब्बा में ये था कि मतलब किसी के लिए भी गा देते। और आप ये देखेंगे कि जो भी एक्टर उनके अपना प्लेबैक लिया है, और लगता था कि खुद ही गा रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं लगता था कि रफी साहब पीछे से गा रहे हैं, ऐसा लगता था। तो वो ऊपर कुदरती देन थी उनको, और ख़ुद कहते थे कि ये तो मुझे कुदरत ने ये देन दिया है मुझे।
सबसे अच्छा
दोस्त बहुत ही कम, मेरे हिसाब से नौशाद साहब थोड़े करीब थे। जी हाँ, वो थोड़े करीब थे, और यूसुफ साहब,
क्योंकि सर बहुत जल्दी नहीं चले गए
जी।
आपको अफसोस होता है कि कुछ साल आप और रह पाते?
जी हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ, बिल्कुल
और कर पाते आप?
बिल्कुल जाहिर सी बात है, ये तो पूछने वाली बात ही नहीं है। तो जाहिर सी बात है, इतना अफसोस होता है कि मतलब बहुत जल्दी चले गए, अल्लाह ताला ने ऊपर वाले ने जल्दी उठा लिया उनको। लेकिन मौत बरहक है, आनी तो है सबको, तो उनका लिखा था तो चले गए अब्बा।
सर मैं एक आपसे लास्ट क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूँगा जो शुरू से मेरे जहन में था, क्योंकि आपको सभी लोग कहते हैं कि रफ़ी साहब के बेटे, रफ़ी साहब के बेटे, लेकिन कहीं पिता भी चाहता है कि उनका बेटा उन्हें उनके बेटे के नाम से भी जाना जाए।
जी
क्योंकि आप तब उतने बड़े नहीं थे, या फिर आप उस बिजनेस में चले गए।
जी
तो सर इस बात का गर्व भी होता है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं आपको सर ये भी लगता होगा कि कहीं ना कहीं मैं अपनी पहचान बना पाता, या फिर
नहीं मुझे मैं आपसे बहुत मोहब्बत थी, इतनी मोहब्बत थी। हम सिर्फ मेरी बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं हर भाई बहनों को, तो हम लोग कभी ज़िंदगी में ये सोचे नहीं कि हमको बड़ा बनना है ये। और अब्बा खुद नहीं चाहते थे कि मैं खुद बड़ा बनूँ, लेकिन वो बन गए, ऊपर वाले ने बना दिया उनको। वो खुद भी अपना मैं तो बन गया, ये मैंने नहीं किया, ये तो करवा दिया। बट वी आर प्राउड कि मतलब मैं उस खानदान में पैदा हुआ, और लोग मतलब आज भी ये कह रहे कि यार रफ़ी साहब को, मतलब आज भी मेरे आज 35.5 साल हो गए, लेकिन फिर भी अब्बा को याद करते लोग, तो ये मुझे और फ़ख्र होता है और अच्छा लगता है मुझे। तो आई एम नॉट प्लीज़ बॉदर्ड कि मुझे बड़ा बनना है, नो आई एम नॉट बॉदर्ड, नाम से कोई मतलब नहीं। और ये है कि रफ़ी साहब का लड़का है, बस आई एम हैप्पी, ये मेरे बाप का अभी भी नाम है, यू नो दैट वे। आई मीन आई एम वेरी वेरी हैप्पी। जी
सर हमसे बात करने के लिए बहुत बहुत
जी हाँ
धन्यवाद। और सर हम चाहेंगे कि जो आपने सपना देखा है फिल्म बनाने का, वो जल्दी पूरा हो और एक बहुत बड़ी ब्लॉकबस्टर हो।
थैंक यू सो मच।